Libra, welcome to your reading. This is your weekly tarot reading with me. It's a wild card reading I usually do on Sundays. Now it's Monday and I try to finish all these readings today. So this is for you for this week. And let's see what comes. We start with the crystal. Libra. Okay, heart. That's your energy usually. A loving cardinal sign, Libra. Something is in your heart and maybe it needs healing. Always remember that if you truly want to be a loving person, you love. You really show love in all way possible, not faking it. You really do acts of love. Maybe I emphasize it by reading your affirmation. Just to start it. I love myself unconditionally. I give and receive love fully and effortlessly. Giving energy is when we are loving, we are truly giving. We are not like keeping it. Like when you're afraid, you are afraid to give. So remember that. Okay, let's see which spread comes. I think it was Shadow Love spread. Yes, and the cards are, okay, it's the Finnish deck. I have this new Finnish deck. It's Ukonpakka, is from Finland. It's very beautiful. I'm going to show you this stuff on the table. This is my new deck from Finland. It's connected to the Finnish national epoch stories. We are not Vikings in Finland. We have our own stories. So we are going to see your shadow love. But I mean, now I was going too fast. So this deck activates here. Of course, you get first from the Richie deck your advice card. You put it on the side. But this one has to be first taken. This is your wild card. Okay. And we go on with the shadow love. So shadow love is my own spread. I believe that talking about the hard stuff, it might be triggering. You might stop looking this reading because this gets triggering. But I feel that it's kind of transformative, how you call it, like it's kind of psychology where you face the issues head on. And I believe it's healthy and I believe it's healing and I believe that makes you whole and beautiful. Okay, this is positive things. And still the third one for Libra. So let's go through this together. So first card is your love shadow is what you need the most. And that is lintukoto. That is like a safe heaven, like a kind of safe sanctuary. Lintukoto in Finnish means is kind of like many times people say that Finland is lintukoto because there is no problems there, there is no war, the society is organized well and everything is so balanced. And here you see migrating birds. So it's kind of like why do you, like me also, why did you leave Finland is the perfect place. Anyway, this card is anyway Two of Swords. It's the kind of hard choices in life. And often the original card, I'm going to show you that because that source, that's Libra air energy. It's the sword energy is, it can be hurtful to make those decisions, but it's also intuitive card. That card, let me show that so you remember what I'm talking about here. So this is your shadow love. So the person making an intuitive choice. There is moon showing that this is like this kind of intuitive card. And it's important to really drop to your heart and make a right choice. Sometimes you have to close these two eyes to then see with a third eye, then like see really with your intuitive knowledge, with your heart. Intuition is the voice of the heart. So this person is making a very heartfelt decision. Here is, these birds are migrating always back and forth. Yeah, where is warm enough to live, and then again. Anyway, what is the positive side of positive? What's it positive about this shadow? You have two cards. Maahinen and vuorenpeikot. Oh, there is really some dark things coming on here, but they are positive. Let's read soon from this Finnish book. I will translate them to you. I don't know exactly, other than I think these are all connected to the Pentacles. So 8 of Pentacles and 7 of Pentacles. So in normal tarot, classical tarot, that will be related to work. That's positive thing. So your shadow love, something is good going with your work anyway. Even the love life would be compromised. Okay, we will read about it. And then this is how my love shows with this shadow. So as long as you keep this shadow, this is how the love show. Pirityinen. Okay, that's like 10 of Pentacles. That's actually, again, like a wealthy abundance, in the way that this is the culmination of 10 of Pentacles, is like that you have the happiness, you have got the life you always wanted to create. So you focusing, just briefly looking this, you having this kind of restless spirit, or in a way that you are making tough choices. It's anyway that you are able to do that also with your work, and that makes you like abundant. Like choices you make are made so that you have money enough. You have made them from the perspective that you thought about your finances. So who knows, maybe that comes a bit cold, that your partner you have chosen also based on what value they give you, or what is the wealth in it. But it's anyway coming off like something that is positive, that you have it all. Okay, let's read into it, because this can come much more info here. So your shadow love is what you need the most. Two of Swords. I have to say everything is minor arcana, so it's not so major. This love situation here doesn't show up like life-changing. It's almost like a phase in your life. Like this is, we are told, this doesn't come off like such a trauma or something like that. Like it's kind of like a normal to you or something. I don't know. What could I say? So this is uniting the energy from sky, heaven and earth, border zone, way to another dimension, finding the balance and the peace of mind, your dreams and hopes and utopians and happiness, and the happy ones island, longing to move somewhere, and longing for distant countries. So that's the key of this one. So maybe there is this coming off like, yeah, it's between two worlds even. Like if you are working somewhere, then you still long for somewhere else. Like a travelers, like these birds, they live in two places. Okay. So this is about longing for safety and security. In the happy people's island, there's always warm food and always everything in plenty. It's a place you can rest and be in peace without any problems. But the travel to this peaceful place, this Lintukoto, can be very heavy, and many people only dream about it. They don't do something about it. They don't take that step to travel there. Yeah, like the birds went to these happy countries, but then after the winter, they came back to their origin. And usually when the storks came in the spring, it was the first sign of spring. Yeah. It is about dreams and hopes for the best, better. But also you can get bored with routine of the everyday life, and you would need a holiday. So shadow love is what you need the most. I think there is like this variety in your life. You get easily bored and you need to change place, or you need to change things, how you do that. I just was seeing the 2 pollen connected together, just flying past my window. Beautiful. That is actually a sign that if you would see something lying like that, 2 pollens connected, and you would capture in your hand, and then you would make a wish, and then you would release it. That would be like a kind of like a concrete way how you can make a wish. So just talking about these dreams and hopes. Never forget your dreams. This says like maybe things are indeed somewhere else better, but there is a warning in this card. Usually old problems follow you into the new circles. So facing the problems helps you to solve them. Like you have to find the happiness island inside of yourself. Exactly like this card, the person is closing the eyes to face her himself and really do best what is aligned perfectly to the soul level. Yeah. Shadow love is like you are escaping sometimes your issue, and maybe this comes up of like this sword, like this inability to make a choice. Staying just with those choices freezed, like you need time to process things. It says that sometimes you feel yourself weak and small, but remember that even a big oak tree grows from a small seed to a big tree. So it takes time. It takes time also to make the right choice for you. It's okay if that's the shadow love, like things take time sometimes to become in clarity. It's also kind of normal, but on the positive side is Mahinen vuoren peikot. So translated is this kind of under earth creatures and the trolls of the mountain. Weird, but they are 7 and 8 of coins. It's usually work oriented. That's a positive thing about your. Oh, it's getting very hot in this room. Anyway, we have here first. Taking first is 7 of Pentacles. So there is like a hardship, going astray, walking astray, complicated relationship, bullying, provocation, being patient, and having strong will. The card invites you to face up your negative sides. Many people who look for inner peace are trying some days of their life to close all the shadow side out of their experience. as if the spiritual human being should not feel disappointments or hate. These are anyway very human feelings, and you can grow to a better person going through these negative feelings. So you should not build that kind of ivory towers and close off all the negative things and shadows. Like you should see them, not close your eyes from them. Yeah, you have to be compassionate to yourself and understand every part of yourself around you, the people around you, with all the mistake and negative sides they have. You should just like accept. And when you accept yourself, you can accept the others. Everything starts from yourself, acceptance. So you cannot be compassionate if you're not compassionate first to yourself. So you can be having prejudices, judgment, if you're not dealing this. And the trolls can become aggressive and hasty and cause chaos. And it can talk about also that you have difficult people around you, but this was a positive side. Yeah, maybe it has been a lesson to you to learn how strong you have to be to deal all these kind of distractions in your life. How strong is your yes? How strong is your no? Know yourself, know thyself. You have to stay objective. Yeah, if you don't speak about things with a real name, you understand wrong, you misunderstand. And then that leads you to, like, I know like a Libra is air sign, you should be really clear about the communication. Now I see you're also heart chakra, so you should be loving, and patience comes with the love also. Very patient, not throw the towel so easily. Yeah, things are not that black and white what they seem to be. Soon I can laugh to my fears that are only reflections of my own or others' experiences and kind of illusions. So sometimes, yeah, we are like, the fear makes us smaller, and it's directly the echo. Like our echo wants to keep us safe in the box. And if we try to go outside of the box, or somebody else is going outside the box, you might get a lot of resistance of that. Like, oh my God, that's something new. That's not what I'm used to, and judging that. But yeah, it's like you are, people are mirror to you and you are mirror to them. How clean is your mirror? How clear is your mirror, kind of? You could think like, do I see really myself? Then I can see the others as they are. If you're blind, you're having blind spot in yourself, you have definitely blind spot in the other people too. Something like that. Okay, the Mahinen. So grounding yourself. Okay, that's the positive part of your shadow love. Physical actions, craft work, organized, very precise, showing creativity in practical way, enjoying your work, exercising, and being honest. So that will be the positive side of your shadow. Mahinen, I don't know the word in English, but it's like in the Elsa movie, there are those little gnomes. That's the kind of person. So it could be like some kind of magical nature spirit on your side that asks you to ground yourself. And these Vorenbeikot are more like this kind of distraction and like addiction, that are just dancing and partying all night, right? But okay, that's in your positive side of shadow. So you being maybe escaping a little bit of your issue, partying too much, or I don't know why, this dancing is happening here, it still can create a lot of happiness. But I know if we have trauma or something, the easiest way to deal with it is to escape the pain and do something like that, to party or like do something else, to not think about it. But this says that grounding, being in the nature, is really good for you. More here. Yeah, it's kind of like an elf. In East Iceland, there are those like elf whisperers, and they sometimes people are trying to build a house in a certain place, and the elves are not okay with that, and then like everything will not work out when you're trying to do things in the wrong place. And here is also this talk about like if you build a building in the wrong place, they were bothered, this Mahi, that they were bothered about that house. So they come in a dream to complain. So they are like very hostile and spirits when you do something against the kind of local sacred place. Mm-hmm. Okay, if there is say like the function of this mahine is to take care of the physical functions, physical level functions, kind of like a third dimension. Rudolf Steiner has said that person has in itself also the side of this mahine, like elf side, that are developing your physical senses, your entrance, taking care of yourself, kind of like being rooted. You have inside this kind of guiding spirit for that. And if that elf side is very weak or missing, a person is living like disconnected from the earth and cannot be really present in the ordinary life, a bit like escaping their reality. If the elf side is good, the person is very well-being and active and succeed in everything that is doing. So when the person is really strongly connected to the earth's energies, she is healthy and balanced, and everything goes like a dance. So the weak connection to the earth is if you have a lot of hardship in your life. You might hit your toes, you might not find your keys, you might miss the bus, you might forget what you have to buy from the shop. So you should sit down, breathe peacefully, close your eyes, and the spirit of the earth is dark, and you have to go deep into the earth. You have to root deep to the earth. I think this was a positive side. So this talks a bit like becoming more busy with meditation. It's not just rising your source like that and thinking the realms up, the spirit world, and a little bit like this up things, but more like going really down, understanding your ancestors, what they did before you. Is there some karmic things that you have in your life to solve? Have you everything okay with your roots? It's a positive side that this is advising you to be very rooted to the reality. And then we have this, be aware of those kind of distractions. it can anyway make you more merry and like going, but it might be hiding itself a little bit, escape of reality. Yeah, it says like from the most beautiful, healthy ground are growing up the most beautiful, strong plants and flowers. Always remember to be rooted, because the flower will be most beautiful. And Libra is a beautiful, balanced person usually. Like, I mean, Libra is this kind of sign of beauty and art and so on. So remember to be rooted well. Everything is fine. But anyway, how this shadow love like now shows. So it was kind of, you are having a lot of like wealth. So it's not so bad. Keywords: money, success with your like what you are cultivating, property, it's kind of like living forever, like legacy, and blessings. So this card is challenging you to think your relationship with property and money. Do you have enough, or are you constantly looking for more over what you need? Shouldn't you share it to the others, or do you keep everything to yourself? And you should not be jealous of other person's wealth. Yeah, the only way, this is reminding you, the only way you have more wealth is to be more grateful of what you already have. And maybe being even grateful of like that you have made certain choices of your life that has led you even sometimes astray or having hard thing, but still you are like kind of how could I say this? Sometimes going through darkness, we see the stars only in the dark. So sometimes those hard choices or hard stuff that happen in your life make us more grateful of the little or more good that we are able to get. And that is like reminding you that in life we should always direct our thoughts to positive things, what we are grateful, even that would be a very little thing. This might be also something valuable that you got, and it's nothing to do with the wealth, but something valuable to you. So it can be spiritual and physical wealth. And those things are not against each other. You can enjoy what you have. But when we die, we only take us our spiritual wealth. So this is like a reincarnation also, and never dying, let's say, like a kind of like a, it's a good like protector for the person. So it's a little bit difficult for me. I'm going to take this advanced card from the Witchy deck now, because maybe I get more clarity. This is talking about this week for Libra. But I think like something comes with this, because this would be the very work-oriented, looking what you got and looking what you're doing, work-related thing, love for the things you do, but having tough choices to make. But when you do them, you can get what you want. But you should not procrastinate too long or distract yourself partying or doing something else that you're supposed to do. And you should be really grounded, like basic needs, house, money, relationships, like every basic need should be like this is in the positive point of view. Looks like that you are able to have the basic needs met, even though they can be including some dark and difficult. Still, you are fulfilling your basic needs. Okay, so which card is cauldron, the womb. Okay, something is cooking here, Libra. Something is cooking in the womb. So let's see, where is my cook for that? Oh, I don't see it now. Let me try somewhere. Yeah. Something is cooking. What are you cooking, Libra? It's almost your birthday also, but okay. Let's see. Sacral chakra. Okay, this is connected to the creativity and sexuality also. The void, potential, wise intention. The cauldron is central to the old religion, associated particularly with Seridwen, a Celtic crone goddess of the dark moon. It symbolizes the void, the deep, and the source of creation, the womb of life filled with the potential to be realized. It is the creator who fills the void, the enchanter who decides upon the focus for any incantation spoken over it. Cauldron symbolizes the potential you have at this time to create your own reality, your own direction and outcome. But be aware that as creator, you will need to be fully conscious of what you are trying to achieve. If you place love and compassion in your cauldron and stir it with wisdom, you are likely to create the same thing in your world. As you give, so shall you receive. Pregnancy is likely, as is the birth of new situation in your life. Welcome the state of emptiness that comes before any major change or growth. Welcome the state of emptiness that comes before any major change or growth. And yeah, sometimes before we have decided, feels like we need the time. Take the time. Feel it with intention that enhance your situation and so give birth to all life you love living. All life you love living. Yes. Seeds of creation are being sown. Talking about, again, this grounded energy. The more grounded you are, because you are air sign, you totally need to be grounded. I think I have heard this before, that all the air signs, we need grounding. I'm also Gemini, but my Libra rising. So what we need the most is grounding. It's like, that's often missing because we are so much in our head, we are so much in the other way of doing. The energy is like up here, that this is the positive side indeed, to be grounded. And even dancing, I mean, feminine energy is very much moving, and Libra is such a Venus sign. So, I mean, I wouldn't take this negative, actually, these trolls that are dancing here with the fire. Express yourself in the sense of like dancing also. It's grounding also to be in your body, to not be like out of body ideas and things. Be fully in your body, embody the stuff. And then you have this kind of really master insect that was also in Egypt, very important, like a sacred. How you call that? Anyway, you know this. Kuoriainen. Scarabeo, I think. Yeah, Scarabeo. So that's really good luck thing. With this shadow, love, it asks you to remember to be grounded and remember what you put in your pot, what they are stirring there. That's what you get. What you give, you get. Okay, I think this was your reading, Libra. I end it to this. and next week. See you next week.